Good evening once again, each and every one of you. Although the Zoommaster role ensures that we all are there in the background with our videos switched off, if it is your videos are switched on, I will be able to better interact and know if you have any queries and be able to stress on those points. All right. So one thing which we need to remember whenever we are serving the role of Zoommaster is that keep your app updated, whether it is your Apple device, Windows device, or if you're using Ubuntu or any other kind of operating system, keep your application updated whenever you are a Zoom master in a contest. I would recommend that even while your meetings of the club are scheduled, ensure that it is updated and also ensure that all the members who are joining, they keep the same. What happens sometimes if the app is of an older version, there are various difficulties which the person will face who has a outdated version, and you as a Zoom master will not be able to help or solve their technical issues. What we are going to dive into is what are the different aspects which we need to see as a Zoom master. So I will be sharing my screen if host can give me the permission or make me the host for some time.
It's done, Akshay.
All right, thanks. So we are going to demystify the Zoom master role. This was some document which was prepared, I guess, by Ehsan, and it was done around when we started online scenarios on 21st June 2020. So it's almost been 2 years. Not a lot of things have changed. I will go through this document, explain the things which are there, and will also highlight what has become different now in the current scenario. As you all know, Zoomaster is a role where everyone feels he or she is the hero of the contest because they're managing multiple different aspects. So everyone should in their Toastmasters journey and in their online scenario try to gain an opportunity and do this role. Now, one more thing that happens is that the sergeant at arms of any club who plays the Zoom master or the chief star role in another club or beyond their club also is eligible for the Hall of Fame award, which is there for excellence in logistics. So ensure that if the surgeon at arm of any club is planning for that award, then you need to do a Zoom master role beyond your club, and it is highly recommended. Now, what happens? There are a couple of things which you can see on the screen, wherein you get to see is this is the place where your entire audio comes. If you're mute, unmute, if you want to select your device, if you want to switch it to your Bluetooth or earphones or maybe speaker or any other device which are connected, everything is managed from this. Then the next part is the video button, which is either you stop your video, start your video, you change your video device, camera device, you add virtual backgrounds like how I and Varun are using. You can also hide your camera. All these we will also see in real time how it is. Next is the security aspect, which comes over here. Now, the security button deals with a lot of settings which you as a Zoom master needs to ensure. They may be different for a club meeting and they will be different for a contest. So we'll also see what kind of security meetings are there. Next, we have the participants. This gives you access to all the participants. You can see their names, you can rename them, you can unmute them, you can start their video, stop their video. There are certain other settings which are there in that particular segment, which you will see. Then the chat, wherein you can communicate with any member. Share screen has certain more options which you will see today. Then you usually get the recording, which can be on the system or on the cloud. You can pause the recording. Then there is reactions. In case you have enabled the breakout rooms, you will also get the breakout room option. Now, this is what is there in the bottom header. Now let's come to the what are the things in the footer of the screen. So one thing which you get is the I information. When you click on the I information, even if you click in this particular meeting, you will get the meeting information. So anytime, suppose say any member is facing a difficulty to join, you can send them the direct invite link, which is there. You can send them the invite link. In case you want to send them the password, it is also their passcode host. Who is the host? They also mention their name. You also get the meeting ID. All these things can be captured and accordingly sent to the user so that they can join in case they are facing difficulty with their details to joining. The next aspect which we want to see is the recording. So if you see this recording, right, you will see if it is a circular recording, which means it is getting recorded on the device. If it shows a cloud, it means it is getting recorded on the cloud. One more thing to remember is, in case if it is getting recorded on the cloud, all the co-hosts will get the same access that it is being recorded on cloud, and no one can do self-recording or record on the system. In case you wish to record on system, you need to start before the cloud recording starts and get permission from the host. In case if any one person is recording, any other co-host or the member who has received the permission from the host can start recording. Next is this speaker view. This is a very important functionality. A lot of times when you are the Zoom master, you would be instructing members to switch these views. You have a speaker view, you have a gallery view. So these are the two different views. Now, the thing which you see on the screen right now is in gallery view. If you click on the speaker view, only I will be visible. So you all can try in your current system. If you switch to speaker view, you will only see me and the shared screen. If you switch to gallery view, you'll see the shared screen and all the participants. So that is one thing. Next is the full screen. Whether you want to go to full screen so that as a Zoom master, you can click photographs appropriately, get everything captured, and later edit the parts which are not required. After this, there is the leave room option. If you click on this, you will leave the main meeting. So these are the basic things which are there on the header and footer. Now let's come to the individual boxes. So as you can see, there is one of 26 pages, means there are 26 such sets of screen, which means on one screen you can see 25 people. So there are 26 into 25, that means number of participants. On each member, you get to see their name. You get to see whether they are, if they are unmuted, you will not get this red muted icon. If they are muted, you will see this icon present on each and every one of the screens. So these were the couple of things which I wanted you to know and remember on the front screen. Now let's dive into how do you schedule and start a meeting, because as a Zoom master, you may also be scheduling the meeting sometime, maybe it's a dry run, maybe a contest, maybe a specific business meeting, XCOM meeting, or a discussion with your mentor, mentee, or any type of meeting which you are scheduling. You need to go to the Zoom application, click on the calendar icon, which looks like schedule, enter the title, topic of that meeting, select the start, date, time, duration. In case you have a unpaid account, or it's a free account, you will only be able to do it till 30 minutes. If you schedule it for 45 minutes or more than 1 hour, it will give you a warning that it is not allowed, but you can do that. In case this is your recurring meeting, maybe your club meeting, or maybe a mentor-mentor discussion, which is happening every week or maybe monthly, you can put it to recurring meeting and accordingly set. Suppose in case you are scheduling a meeting with someone who is in a different country, you need to change the time zone, and you can schedule the meeting as per their time zone. And it will automatically convert to your time zone when you're adding the invite to your calendar. So Zoom gives you the feature that you can schedule a meeting as per any other time zone as well. Now, meeting ID is two ways. One is generated automatically and one is personal meeting ID. I would recommend never to use the personal meeting ID because it is constant for your account and cannot change. You can change, but it is a very difficult process. We will not dive into that. But always generate automatically. Always ensure you have a password. You can edit the password. Video of host, you can select off. Participants, you can select on or off. In case you want to know who the participant is, you can always keep it on. But only one problem, sometimes members are joining and they might not be in a position to directly be on video. So I would recommend you to keep that option as off. Calendar, you can get it to Outlook if you're scheduling it for any business purpose in your corporate or any college. You can add it to Google Calendar. There are other calendar options which gives you a generic template which you can easily add to your calendars. And then you click on schedule, and that's how the meeting is scheduled. Once the meeting is scheduled, you will go to the meetings tab and you'll see upcoming meetings. Each meeting get listed. You can start the meeting from here. You can also copy the invitation and send it to any user. You can directly copy and send it via email, or you can send it via message, and they'll get all the details. You can even edit the meeting in case you want to reschedule it, change the time, or change some details. Once you are joining, once you've entered the meeting, this is how you will get join audio. Join with computer audio is the most basic one. As soon as you do that, you are connected to by default audio of the system. In case your headphones are plugged, you will be directly connected to the headphones. In case your Bluetooth device is connected, you will connect it to that. If nothing is connected, you will be there on the speaker and easily be able to communicate and hear. One more thing, if you're not connected to audio, you will not be able to hear what's being spoken. So you have to connect to audio. There are certain other functions which you get beside the audio is you can switch the audio between, say you are connected to your headphones, but you only need the headphone when you're speaking, you can switch to headphones. In case you want to hear it on speaker, say you are moving in a room, you are doing something and you don't want the headphones to be used, you can switch it to speaker and it will be audible throughout wherever your device has the reach. So accordingly, select the audio and use it, but ensure that you are connected to audio. Sometimes you might get the error, which is error 5, you cannot connect to the audio. Error 5 basically means that your internet connection is not strong enough to connect the audio bridge or use the audio on the internet bandwidth to connect. So in that case, two recommendations. First, either change your internet connection. Second, change your device. Let's go to the next. So these are the UI controls of the Zoom control bar. As you saw, security, participant, polls. Polls and breakout room will only be visible to you if you have gone to the zoom.us web page, gone to the account settings and enabled these two items. Otherwise, you will not get these two items in your default mode. Even say the account has to be enabled. In case you are logged in and you have made the host, if the account has these two options enabled, you will see them on your screen. But sometimes if the version mismatches, then you will not be able to see the polls and the breakout room because you have not enabled in the account from which you are joining in. So ensure that you, irrespective whether you are using a paid account or you yourself have an account, ensure that the polls and the breakout room options are enabled so that there is no conflict irrespective of whichever version you are joining in. So this is mute, unmute, switch off your video, share screen, you can chat option, you can use the reactions. Now Zoom has updated and you have all the reactions which you find on your mobile keypad. All the reactions are there. As you keep using the reaction, the ones which are used regularly are available on the most recent one. But the ones which are default, you will get only a couple of, around 6 to 7 of them are there, which is thumbs up, clap, celebratory, heart. These are the specifics which you get. But in case you are using more, you will get them in the most recent one and accordingly you can use them. Now say you are there on the phone. How to use the Zoom on the mobile? You can unmute, mute, start video, share screen is allowed. More, when you click, you get these options. Disconnect audio, raise hand, hide my video in gallery view, hide non-video participants. Suppose you only want to see the people who are on video, you can select this option. When I'm speaking, you can try these options and you can keep your queries at the end. If you were not able to do that, we'll go ahead and demo that aspect soon. You can hide the name when participant joins. You always get a pop-up, okay, so-and-so has joined. You can hide that and you do not know who is joining, and it is disturbance free and clearly are focusing on the content which is going on the Zoom main screen. This is the participants pane where you get all the participants. You have the option to mute all as a Zoomaster or as the host, co-host. You have the chat box. You can send files. If your Zoom account has blocked from zoom.us sharing of files, then you cannot share the file. You cannot save the chat. In case you are doing an educational session wherein a lot of questions are being asked, Please enable that persons can save the chat. And if you want that no misuse is happening, ensure that you change the settings to everyone publicly such that all the questions are there in the main chat. Everyone can save it like that. This is the participants video viewer which you get. So these are the various screens which you will get once you log into the Zoom as a host. Now, major responsibilities of the Zoom master, right? Couple of them are putting the speaker on the spotlight, like how Varun did for me today. One more thing is before putting a speaker on the spotlight, ensure you are unmuting them. Because once you put them on spotlight, it is very difficult because you have to go to the participants window and from there you can do. But in case where you're in a gallery view and the person is not spotlighted, you directly get an icon on the top left corner to unmute or mute them. So ensure before putting a speaker on spotlight, you have them unmuted, sorry. In case a video is not able to start, maybe you might have stopped the video. In that case, ensure that you allow the participant to start the video. Otherwise, they will never be able to start the video and there will be questions raised that I cannot start my video. You can lock the room. You can restrict the privileges like no one is allowed to mute, no one is allowed to share. You can also restrict that the waiting room is enabled such that anyone who gets dropped off joins the waiting room. In a table topic contest, a lot of times happen that the person drops from the breakout room and they join. If you have not enabled the waiting room, they immediately join in the contest room and hear what the other speaker is saying. Sometimes to avoid that, you lock the meeting. In case the meeting is locked, the member will not be able to join and they will face that error. In case they have never faced that error before, they will raise a concern that I'm not able to join the meeting. And there is a lot of communication between the Zoom masters focusing on the contest and the other person. So ensure you enable the waiting room. You as a host can grant and revoke co-host access. A co-host gets all the rights, but they cannot do anything on the host. They cannot rename the host. They cannot revoke that access. In case as a host, I have assigned Varun as the co-host, and then I assign host rights to Varun, my access is removed. But suppose say I have assigned Varun as the co-host, I have assigned Sunena as the co-host, and then I make Varun as the host. Sunena will still have the co-host access. In case now Varun assigns back to me the host right, he will be demoted to the next level, which was co-host. He will not go directly to the member because initially he was a co-host. So ensure these transitions. Virtual reaction chats. We'll see breakout rooms in specific. Now, in order to spotlight video, as I was saying, if you see in a gallery view, you get this unmute button or mute button. And when you click on the triple dots, you get spotlight video, pin video, rename, chat with directly that particular member, make host, remove. Never remove a person. If you remove the person cannot join back. So always ensure you put them in the waiting room. This is how you can do from the gallery. Next is the participants window, wherein you can click on the participant, more options, and spotlight the video. Muting and muting also happens in the same way. Now there are more options. Mute participants upon entry. Always ensure this option is checked. Because if you have not someone who is joining, they will have a lot of noise. So ensure that it is checked. Allow participants to unmute themselves in a meeting. Otherwise, in a contest, ensure that this is disabled. Allow participants to rename themselves. Always enable this. In case in a contest you do not want anyone to rename them, you can uncheck this. Play, enter, or exit chime. Ensure this is never checked because it creates a sound and it will disturb all. You can lock the meeting. Start the video. In case the speaker's video is not started, sometimes they start the video, but it is not coming on the screen. In that case, you can ask the speaker to start video. Sometimes Zoom misbehaves and you have to explicitly mention, please start video. So if a user says I've started my video, but I'm not visible, go ahead and do this option, ask to start video. Securing the meeting. So ensure this is how it is done. Restricting entry access, restricting audio privileges, allowing the participants to unmute themselves. It is unchecked, so they will not be able to. Enable the waiting room, lock the meeting. If you have enabled both the options, waiting room will be there, but meeting is still locked. So ensure that only one of them is enabled. You can lock the meeting when the speaker is speaking. In the 1 minute of silence, you can unlock the meeting and enable the waiting room. There are certain advanced sharing options. Now, one participant can share at a time. Ensure that this multiple participants can share simultaneously. Do not check this option because for this to be visible, you need multiple screens. This is not for our regular meeting or any contest purpose. It becomes very specific for a different use case, which we may never experience. Advanced sharing options are one participant can share. Who can share? Only the host can share. If you do, only the host and co-host are able to share. All participants, if you select, then the next option gets visible. Who can start sharing when someone else is sharing? Suppose say a participant is sharing the screen and you have selected only host. Then as long as the participant doesn't stop sharing screen, only the host can directly share the screen. Any other participant will not be able to. So ensure these options are accordingly taken care of. In the security, you have these options: lock meeting, waiting room, share screen, allow participants to a quick one, chat, rename themselves, unmute themselves, and share screens. 4 options. Accordingly, as per your usage, select them. Now, when you have shared screen, there are these problems that people are doing annotating. So what you need to do is you need to disable the annotations. You get to the more option, and over there you will find disable annotation. So no one will be able to annotate. Now the Zoom gives you the feature that when you're sharing the screen, you are able to see who is annotating. So you can directly reach out to that member and ask, please, this is a warning, please do not annotate. Unless and until you want participants to interact, you want them to scribble, you want them to select something, you can disable the option. Disable participants annotations, show names of annotations. All these informations are there, which you can do. In case you don't want this control bar up, you can hide the floating meeting controls using Control Alt Shift H. It will disappear. Only the shared screen, the video is available. As soon as you do Control Shift Alt H, it will again come. In case when you have the local bar and the screen is not shared, you can press the Alt button to see the bar or hide it. So these are 2 shortcuts which you can remember as a Zoom master. Granting and revoking co-host, make co-host, make host. These options are there. Participants can chat with no one. If you do, chat is disabled, no one can chat. Only host, then all will be able to connect with the host and host can connect with everyone. But any other people will not be able to. Host can directly message anyone. Everyone publicly, everything is there in everyone's chat. If you select the last option, people can chat among themselves. Only thing is, in certain Zoom accounts, which is of corporate, they have that feature enabled wherein even the privately messages are logged and recorded on the company server for the company administrator to access. Not the Zoom account holder, but the company administrator who has taken a specific Zoom setting for their corporate with Zoom. But in case if you are using a normal pro account, your chats which you do with one-to-one are never logged. Only the chats which are in everyone publicly is logged, rest everything is private. But in case you have a company Zoom, ensure that everything is logged because that is the company policies. Meanwhile, anyone has any questions till now?
Can you explain again the difference between locking the meeting and waiting room?
Sure. So when you lock the meeting, suppose say I get dropped out, right? When I'm trying to join, I'll get host has locked the meeting and I'll not be able to join. In case I've enabled the waiting room, I'll go to the waiting room, but not be part of the main meeting. But the host can still communicate with me. It's like they can say, speaker is speaking, please wait for 2 minutes, like that.
No, I didn't get it. Again, please. Sorry.
All right. So suppose say when you lock the meeting, right? Now, say you are there in a theater, okay? I have locked the doors and you're not allowed to come in. Okay. That is lock the meeting. Suppose I have enabled waiting room. You have just come out after the interval, you are just entering the room and you're going back to your seats. You are there they will take you inside because you have a valid ticket, but you're still not there at your seat. You're still not actively participating in the meeting.
Okay.
So that is, in other terms, you are there in a holding area, but the host knows how many people are there in the holding area. They can see your name. If you are a contestant, if you are a role player, they can immediately allow you in. But if you're an audience member, they can keep you there and communicate with you. So today we'll see. I'll put you all in waiting room. I'll make you drop also so that you try joining. You will experience all these scenarios.
Okay.
Now let's come to the breakout room option. When you click on the breakout room, we'll go ahead in a separate PDF. But before that, let us see certain aspects. Now, I just want a quick hands up, all those who have joined from a laptop. You can raise your hands from the raise hand option. So I see Sunaina, Gunjan have joined from laptop, Ranjini has joined from laptop, Varun has joined from laptop. Rest every one of you are from the phone device. So what we will do is, I'll enable the waiting room now. Okay. And any one of you can try to exit, leave the meeting and try to join again. Who all want to experience how it is there in the waiting room? You can just drop off and try to join again. Anyone who wants to try, they can do
We
that.
can do now?
Yeah, you can do now. So I can drop out of the meeting. I've enabled the waiting room and try to rejoin. So people have joined. I'm not yet seeing in the waiting room. Meanwhile, anyone who wants to see how it will look, I'll make you the co-host so that you can see how it is. Anyone wants to who see how the waiting room looks like? All right. Kalpana, I'm making you the co-host. Do not do any changes. Just all right. Now what you need to do is click on the participants whom I have made the co-host. I have made Kalpana, Kunal, and Divya as co-hosts. Can you click on the participants?
You want us to click on the participants?
All right.
Akshay?
Yeah. So who let anyone in? So Sunena, can you again go to the, again try to join? Yeah. All right. Kalpana, Divya and Kunal, do not enter any participants. Okay. So can you see now in the participants, when you click on the participant pane, you might be seeing waiting room, one option.
Ranjini. Yes, I
Ranjini.
see Ranjini. Yes.
So like this, you'll get to see. Now you'll see Sunena has also come.
Yes.
You will see a message option on the top.
No, I am not able to see the message. I'm just saying admit all.
Beside that, you're not seeing the message?
No.
No.
Kunal, you're also not seeing the message?
Yes, maybe we have logged in from phone, maybe. That's the thing.
Yeah,
right.
even I have logged in from the phone. Huh, beta?
Okay, so this is the difference which comes. Okay, so I'm seeing a message option where I can interact with them. But since you have logged in from phone, you're not directly seeing that message option. But once you see that option, you can communicate with them. So I've sent a message to all the waiting room participants. Now what I will do is I will let them in. Once I've admitted, we'll ask them to share their experience over there. So Sunaina and Ranjini, did you receive the message which I sent? I will let you in.
Yes, I did.
Yes. So that is what happens. And when you are there in the main meeting and if you're a co-host or host, you get in the participant list people who are there in the waiting room. And accordingly, you can allow them, admit them, or communicate with them over the messages. Okay, now I'm taking back the co-host rights. So this is the point which happens when you have a waiting room. In case you have a locked meeting, who would like to go out? Now I'm locking the meeting. Anyone who would be willing to try it? Okay, Kalpana, you can drop out of the meeting. So if anyone on now, if you click on the participant, you will not know who is there in the waiting room or who is trying to join. While they will see a message that they are locked out because host is locked. Now, as soon as I enable the waiting room, I've enabled the waiting room. So as soon as that happens and the meeting is still locked, still you will not see. But once I unlock the meeting, any participant who is joined, they will be sent back to the waiting room. Yes, Ranjini?
See, Akshay, when I press the three dots, right, I get a
Yeah.
lot of options this time. But usually only three options like rename and, but I get blur my background, choose virtual background. Why is it?
Which option you're clicking on?
That three dots, usually when I click for renaming, right?
Yes.
Usually I used to get only three options like rename and maybe one or two, but here lot of options I'm getting, like choose virtual background,
Yeah. So
video
I'll get into that. So Kalpana, did you receive the message that host has locked the meeting?
No, I didn't because I again joined in using the password as well as the meeting ID.
Okay. So let's do one thing. Is Kalpana Varun from your club?
No,
No, she's
I'm from Speakers Community Toastmasters Club.
All right, Kalpana, I'll do one thing. Can you ping me or on my WhatsApp so that we can accordingly check this out? Or else we'll
Okay.
just understand what happens when you are out of the meeting, right? And if the meeting is locked, you will get a message, host has locked the meeting. So I'll
Yeah.
just show you how the message looks. Just give me a moment.
Akshay. Before you do that, can you make me co-host because I was recording the session, but I have that recording has stopped.
Yeah, I've made you the co-host.
Okay, thanks.
And now I've started recording on cloud.
Yeah, it has automatically. Yeah.
So as soon as it got dropped off, it gave me a thing that recording was stopped. So I
So no
started on
problem.
cloud.
I'll fetch it from there.
Okay. So host has locked the meeting. I'll just show you how this looks. So I'll be sharing my screen. All right. So you will
Yeah.
be getting this kind of message. The meeting has been locked by the host. Okay. In
Yeah.
case the meeting is not started, you'll get this message. Please wait for the host to start this meeting.
Yes.
So these are the two scenarios which you will face when you're trying to join.
Okay.
Okay. When I have locked the meeting enable option. If I've enabled the waiting room, you will join in and so if you have enabled the waiting room, right? So you'll get this kind of one participant is waiting and you can admit or remove them. You can also send them
Okay.
a message. You'll get this image. Please wait. The meeting host will let you in.
Yes.
You can also customize the content which you want to display. You can have your club banner. You can have a contest banner. All these details can be added.
Okay.
So if you are there in a regular meeting, say you are doing an open house and guests are continuously joining, but a speaker is speaking and you don't want someone to join in middle, you can have something on the screen to be displayed. How you can do
Okay.
this? You can go to the zoom.us page and see how to customize the waiting room UI. Just type in
Mhm.
there and search, you will get the tutorials and you can do them. Or else you can connect with me.
Okay.
Next, we'll see the options which Ranjini was mentioning, right? Blur the background in Zoom. So this is a very new feature which has been added. I'm not sure how many of you would be seeing it. Okay, yeah. So this is when you are clicking on the video, right? You can blur your background. You can choose a virtual background. So what you need to do once you have started a video, you need to click on this arrow. And from here, you will get these different settings. You can blur your background. So I'll just show you how this happens. Suppose my background is blurred. Now I've chosen a virtual background. I've selected a virtual background and my video is there. I also have a secondary camera device, which is OBS, wherein I am able to mask my camera. You are not able to see the camera, you are only able to see the virtual background. Now, when I do the camera, I will be visible. Now, once you see over here, select the camera, okay? So it says that this particular device has 4 cameras. So you can switch between different sources. Similarly, when you install OBS or you install a virtual camera, you can switch between them. So right now I'm switching between a virtual camera and my video is gone. But this is a virtual camera of a mobile view. Now this is a virtual camera of a desktop view. So I have different views set, and accordingly my virtual background sets according to that. Suppose say I'm using a OBS screen. So this is my OBS background. Now anything which I have on my OBS software will be visible over here. A lot of times you might be seeing participants who are speaking on their video itself. They also have the presentation. They have some things as a prop. This is possible with this OBS software. If you want to know more about it, we can get into another discussion, but I just wanted to give you an idea. This is how you can select the different cameras and go ahead. Now what Zoom has done is they have added all these features on your triple dot. So go over your video if you are there in your laptop and you click on the triple dot. You can stop your video, you can blur your background, you can choose the video filters, you can pin yourself, you can remove yourself from the spotlight, you can hide your view, you can edit the profile picture also. So now Zoom gives you that capability. When you are in a meeting, you can edit the profile picture. You can rename. All these options are there from that triple dot. All these earlier were available in your video option, but now it is directly available in your triple dot. Ranjini, any questions?
No. I just thought, unmute, unmute option was given. I just tried it out. It is working.
Yes. So all these options are there. Now, any other queries anyone has? Otherwise, we'll dive into how to see the breakout room. If no queries, we'll dive into the breakout room then. Can I get the thumbs up? All right, so we'll check how the breakout room is. I will also ensure that I'll upload these two PDFs on a drive and share the link so that you all can directly download it and use it for your reference. Just a moment. Let me share my screen for the breakout PDF. So this is the breakout menu. Okay. So breakout rooms can be only created by host. Now Zoom has added the capability that even the co-host can do, but just ensure only one person does. If everyone is doing, the breakout room is missed. Although they have given the capability for a co-host to do, but only one person should handle the breakout. Either the host does it or either one selected co-host does it. Do not go ahead, because what will happen if I'm creating a breakout room and as a co-host, if you are clicking on the breakout room, you will get the initial window that no rooms are created. Once you click on the breakout room option, a dialog box will appear. So select assign automatically to divide the training attendees. Suppose say you are having a open house, you want to divide them equally, you can select assign automatically. They will be divided into the number of rooms you select. Suppose you select 3 and we have 30 people, every room will get 10. You select 6, then every room will get 5. That is how it works. So this is how you will get assign automatically, create number of rooms. Assign manually. Let participant choose the room. In this case, what will happen, say you are having a discussion, you are having a brief about various roles in the meeting, and new members are allowed to go to any room and they can ask their queries. If you are doing that kind of meeting, let participant choose the room. So they will get the option when they click on breakout and they can accordingly go to any of the room. We'll see all these today in live demo. Our most major option is assign manually, because as a Zoom master, you are creating breakout room for contestant, breakout room for chief judge. You're sending in contestant, you are doing different kind of briefing. So this is what will happen. As soon as you do that, you get a screen. The number of rooms selected, you will get room 1, room 2, room 3, room 4. If you have selected 4 rooms, you can rename them and you'll also get assign option. So we'll see what is that. But before getting into that, these options is something which you need to select before opening any room. Allow participants to choose room. If you don't want, disable it. Allow participants to return to the main session at any time. click this option in a contest, because in a contest, you want the participants to leave the meeting, because when you send a message, please send next contestant, you want them to leave the meeting room and come back. In case if you have disabled this option, you will not be able to get them to the main room. But now Zoom has added another layer wherein you can directly move the participant. You don't need the participant to leave, break out and go. You can yourself move it. At present, in a contest, I have never seen this being used because this is a very new feature. And we have gone with the standards which we created in 2020 that allow participants to return to the main session at any time. Automatically move all assigned participants into breakout room. This is done so that they don't need to click join breakout. If you are actively seeing your Zoom screen, okay, your video is off, but you are actively, it's a primary application, you will be automatically moved to the breakout room. In case you are working on some other application and Zoom is not your primary application, you will still have to select breakout room and select join breakout room. Breakout room close automatically. Suppose say you are doing moments of truth. You want the breakout room to close after 20 minutes. You can add over here 20 minutes. You can also add notify me when the time is up. Now Zoom has added one more layer where if the time completes, it asks the host, would you like to extend or would you like to close? So this option now gives you either you close it automatically if you want to time the breakout room. Suppose you just want to give 10 minutes and after that you feel, no, I want to extend the discussion, you get that option in the updated Zoom. Countdown after closing breakout room. This is 10 seconds members get to wrap up and come out. This you can go to 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, but ensure it is always 10 so that it is faster process. And this is how it will look. Room 1, rename, you can delete, you can assign. Rename and add it, table topics contestant, breakout room. Assign, you can assign the attendees. If you have given them naming convention, like how you must have seen in your training of officers, if you had attended, everyone with a prefix of president were assigned to the president room. So when you click on this assign and you click a participant's name, you also get a search box if there are more participants. Since here it was only one, you get only one, but if there are more, you'll get more search and you can accordingly search them. Maybe search all the TT contestants, all the ISC contestants by the prefix, and you can do that. Once assigned, they will get a gray circle over here and it will show how many persons are assigned. Now, suppose say after assignment, you want to assign more people. You can again click on this one and again assign. A lot of time we get confused that in the first assignment, we assigned 4 people, but we missed one. Now, how to assign that person? No worries. You can click on this one and again assign them. Till the time the circle is not green means participant has not yet joined the breakout room. Once you open it, you will get a gray circle, which means participant has not joined. As a co-host or host, you can join any breakout room once it is open. You can broadcast a message to all. So suppose say once attendee joins, it will get green. You can also move to. So this is the option which I was talking about. In case you want to move a participant from the breakout room to the main contest, you can directly move them. But do not follow this because as per current guidelines, we ask the participant to themselves leave the breakout room and come to the main room. But in case, say, in a meeting, if you want to do this, you can do. You can directly move them. And if they're active member, it will automatically move to the desired room or desired main contest. So there are a couple of official links which you can see. These are updated video links which will give you an idea how the breakout room is. But now we are open to questions around the breakout room. If anyone has any specific questions. Yes, Gunjan, please ask your question.
Yeah, my question was the breakout room option isn't allowed in every account. It's only allowed in the pro account or the paid account, you can say, right?
No, so breakout room option is available in a basic account also. What you need to do is you need to go to your zoom.us profile, go to the account settings and enable polling and breakout room, and you will get the option.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, Kunal.
Sorry, I leave the meeting and I missed about the polling part. So let's say I'm the Zoom master of the meeting and I'm the host of it, but I did not open the meeting from the main account. Okay, I have logged in, let's say from a different account. So will I be able to edit the polls during the meeting?
You cannot edit the polls. You can only launch the polls. Edit of the poll is only possible if the person has joined in from the main account as a host. Only then you get the edit option, and if you edit, it reflects. Otherwise, have someone open the Zoom account who is the owner, and they can edit the polls and it will reflect in your polling.
Yeah.
All right, got it.
Yes, Kalpana.
Yeah, actually, every time, whenever I have edited the polls and whenever I've tried to save it, it still features the last week's polls and the names do not get saved. Why do I face this issue?
Okay, are you joining from the Zoom account or are
Yeah,
you
I am the
becoming the
one.
host?
I'm the host. I'm the one who opens the meeting.
No,
And
I'm saying
okay.
are you joining from the email ID which is of that account?
Yes.
You're joining from that email ID
Yes, I am.
and still you're not able to create the poll?
Yes.
Okay, we'll connect after this and we'll check why you're not able to do, but ideally you should be
Okay.
able to edit the polls.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Hi, Akshay. One more thing.
Yes, Kunal.
Let's say I'm the Zoomaster and the host, and I change from gallery view to speaker view. So it gets changed only for me or for the entire audience in the meeting?
Only for you. Only thing is, whatever is the host view is being recorded. In case when you enable cloud recording, then there are different parts recorded in a different setting because you can change the settings in the Zoom account on the browser. But in case you are the host or you are, just a moment, I'll come, someone is at the door. So in case you are the host, what was the question? Can the question come again?
Yeah, it was
Kunal?
regarding the gallery view or the speaker view.
Yes. So what happens, it is your view, but only thing is, suppose say I'm recording locally, okay? So whatever is my view is coming in the local recording. Just ensure that whenever you are recording locally, your view is important because that is what is getting recorded. No other view. If you're recording in cloud, other views, like you will get the gallery, you will get the speaker view, you'll get the shared screen, all those things will happen. But in case you are recording locally, ensure that you record it as per the screen. Whatever you are seeing, you will see in the recording.
Yeah, but let's say I've joined in from a different account, not from the main account, and I have not started the recording, but I'm the host now. So
You
the
can
recording
record it.
will have my screen view
Yeah,
or
your screen view.
okay,
If you are recording on locally, any recording which is locally, so local recording means local system is using the resource, right? So whatever is on your screen is getting recorded. It's not recording on the server and then fetching back. It's your system which is recording and then it is converting. So whatever is your view, you will see. Only thing is if you are recording on cloud, then everything gets recorded. No worries in that case. If you have joined from your host account or any other account, cloud recording means everything is recorded. That's why most of the clubs use cloud recording, but only one problem, cloud has a limited storage. So record it, download it and delete it. If you do not delete, then you will be charged extra. There has been a scenario where a club was charged extra and they had to pay because that time Zoom had not partnered with TI. Once now we are partnered, they sometimes, if it happens once in a cycle, they will agree and they will lay off the charges, but please ensure that the cloud recording are deleted immediately.
I would like to ask a question about this. I so far have not deleted them. So it is wise to delete it because I felt it, since it was cloud storage, we will
You
not
have
be.
about 1 TB of space.
Okay, yeah, that was what I was thinking of. But the old recordings, once we put it on YouTube, can be deleted, right?
Yes, because YouTube gives you unlimited storage.
Yes, absolutely.
Delete them. So right. I guess you have around 10 GB or it is now they have increased to 20-30 GB. Okay. But that is what is the limit. So I'm
is there a way to find out how much GB? Sorry to interrupt. Is there a way to find out how much GB we have used so that we are on the alert?
Yeah, you have the way. Wait, I'll just show you how it works.
Okay.
Yes, actually, Kalpana ma'am, I already know it. It's around 393 GB we have used it now.
Okay. Okay. In that case, I think we'll keep deleting. Thank you for that input. I started deleting a few of it, but wasn't sure whether I should, be bold enough to do it or whether I should let it stay in Zoom. So I think I'll ensure that once I have put it up on YouTube, I'll delete it. Thanks.
Sure.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Anything else? Any queries? Yeah, so you have around 1 GB of space. But in case if you are going more beyond, right, and if you have a yearly plan, it gets keep accumulating. So suppose I have taken a yearly, I believe, Kalpana, your account must be a yearly plan, right?
Yes, we are sharing it with Agnel's Club also. So I feel it is best that we take care of it.
Yeah, so in a yearly plan, what happens is up to 12 GB, they will not tell anything.
Okay.
Because they take 1 GB per month. And if you have a yearly plan, they will allow you to go to 12 GB. But if you go beyond that, they will send you an email that your cloud storage has filled. Please delete them.
Okay, thank you.
So best is to ensure that your cloud storage is intact, and it is for a monthly account, be very specific, because the next month cycle they will charge you extra. But for a yearly, they cannot charge extra, so they go up to 12 GB. But after that, they will put you a reminder that your cloud storage has been filled.
All right, that's good. Thank you.
Any other questions? So what I will do is I'll make, since we are already beyond time, if you are willing to stay, what we'll do is we'll make few of you go into the breakout room and experience it. So anyone who is planning to go create a breakout room in just near next 2 to 3 weeks, please raise your hand. I'll make you the co-host so that you can see how it is. Anyone who wants to experience how the breakout room creation and things work?
Sure, I don't mind.
All right, Ranjini, I'll make you the co-host.
But you have to guide me.
Yeah, sure. So Ranjini, can you on your laptop click on the breakout room option now?
Okay.
Kalpana, you also want to try that?
Yes, I would like to, but I just have say about 5 or 7 minutes because I have something else lined up and I just got a reminder of it. So
all right. So
can I? Yeah.
Ranjini, will it be fine for you if Kalpana goes first?
Yes, sure, no problem.
Thank you, Ranjini.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Problem.
So Kalpana, now you can click on the breakout room option.
I have joined from
mobile.
Mobile, so I don't think
mobile.
I'm
you will
not having it.
Yeah, mobile. You will not get that option.
Yeah, unfortunately. Okay.
Yes. So let us go ahead with Ranjini.
Because
in mobile you do not get the breakout. Breakout is only possible on a laptop, even not in tablet. Only laptop can help you create a breakout room.
Yeah, actually my laptop is busy because my daughter is working on it. So I just thought I'll join from this. No problem. Yes. Anyway, good. I've taken down a lot of tips that you have given. Let's hope I can, do it once, at least at my club level. Thank you.
Sure. So Ranjini, you can click on the breakout.
Yeah, I have clicked and I've got this create number is showing as 1 breakout room, assign automatically, assign manually, let participants choose room.
So do one thing, create 3 breakout rooms, assign manually.
Okay. Yeah, I have created, and room 1, certain names automatically comes down.
Yeah, so you have assigned automatically. So when you're creating the breakout room, select assign manually. So you can recreate the rooms. There is option recreate. You can click that and you can use assign manually.
Okay. Recreate. Okay. Assign manually. Recreate. Okay. Room 1, I need to assign. So room 1, I will assign. I can choose assign any name, right? Divya, Radhika, Shah, Varun, Vasundhara. I have to write open all room.
So once I've assigned to all the 3 rooms, you can open all.
Okay.
But click on the options. But first we need to go to the options.
Yeah. First I have to select room 2 also, right?
Yes, room 2 also assign someone. So as you all can see, Ranjini is doing it. But when I click on a breakout room, I still get the option that it is not created.
Okay. Then room 3, automatically only 5 people are left. So only that
Yeah, you can assign them.
Okay. Yeah. So now I will do open all rooms.
No, options. You click on options first.
Okay. Options.
Yeah, what are the options?
Allow participants to choose room. Allow participants to return to the main session at any time. That there is a tick mark there.
Yeah.
And automatically move all assigned participants into breakout rooms.
You can put a tick mark there also.
Tick mark there. Yeah, correct. And then breakout closes after 30 minutes.
No need to select that.
That is not selected. Notify me when the time is up. That is also not selected. Then this is selected. Countdown after closing breakout room. Set counter timing 60 seconds.
Change it to 10 seconds.
Okay.
So Varun, you must also be joining from laptop, right? When you click on the breakout room, you still get, right? It is coming in the first screen.
So should I assign now?
Yeah.
Automatically move?
Yeah. Now you can assign automatically move and then you can open the room.
Open all the rooms.
Yeah. So once Ranjini opens all the room and when any co-host clicks on the breakout room, they will get these options.
No, will it automatically move them or they have to select go to the breakout?
No, they will be automatically moved.
Oh, and there is a broadcast message to all.
Yeah, you can send them. I'm going to close the room. I hope you all are joined the room. Okay. You can send a message.
So that will go to all the 3 rooms.
Yeah,
suppose if I want to send only to one particular room.
No, it doesn't happen.
It is not possible.
No, not possible.
I will just add, hi, hope you reach safely.
Yeah. I've closed the room. Everyone is coming back.
Oh, you closed the room before I checked the room.
Yeah. So
okay, so I'll close this broadcast also.
Correct. So I hope everyone got an idea. When any co-host should only select on breakout room. Do not try to have multiple people get into it because it will not work. Though Zoom allows co-hosts to create, but it should be only one person. Once they open, all the co-hosts and hosts can manage. But unless and until the breakout room is not open, it is only visible to the person who first time clicked on the breakout room. In a lot of contests, when this feature was introduced, we saw this, that everyone were trying to assign and it was not working. So ensure only one person does.
So during contest, Akshay, that yes. ISC1, ISC2. So I want in breakout room only ISC participants.
Yes.
So how do I assign?
You can only move the ISC participants.
Okay, I have to select only ISCs. That is why that renaming I have to check and select, right?
Correct. Yes. Only select the ISC participant such that only they are there. Rest everyone is not there. Meanwhile, I'm sharing on the chat the 2 documents which I used right now. You can use it to refer. So this is the Zoom breakout manual. And this is the Zommaster. The other document which was having all the parameters. So I've shared this. You can use both the links. And Varun, if your club is planning to upload this video on YouTube, ensure that these 2 links are also added in the footnote, such that everyone can share it from there.
Yeah, sure.
So that's it. If anyone has any other queries, they can connect with me. I'll share my number on the chat. You can reach out to me with any Zoom specific settings or anything related to breakout room as well. So thank you all. I hope the session gave you an insight on multiple different aspects.